part of the Intel team that looks after various user experiences initiatives for Asia Pacific Japan. So I'm responsible for the APJ region in particular. My scope includes ensuring ecosystem readiness when we bring some of these new technologies to the market with customers like Asus. Now, Asus has been one of our most innovative OEM customers by a long shot. We started our 2-in-1 journey a few years ago with the Transformer series, and you can see such an exciting and impressive product they have to offer, which is launching in the Australian market today. What I'm going to do today is give you a sneak preview of one of our new technologies that we are very excited about. It's called Intel RealSense 3D camera technology. Before I go into a few details about that and show you what it can do with a brief demonstration, I just wanted to show you a quick video and paint a picture of our vision where we want to go with this technology.
We used to tap. Then we clicked. Now we touch. All of our content resting at the surface. But the world is not flat. We're in here, so you can do more out there. Intel's 3D sensing technology, your world in all dimensions.
Alright, so this is kind of give you an idea of where we are heading with this particular technology. So at a very bare minimum, what is RealSense, right? So RealSense is world's first and smallest fully integrated 3D camera module for the PC devices. Imagine some of the gaming console 3D camera systems that are out in the market right now, which look like a brick, weigh like a brick, require their own power supply, and offer an okay experience. Shrinking that down to something that fits on a bezel of a notebook or an all-in-one device is what we've done with RealSense. I'm going to show you a couple of demos with an in-production system from Asus called N551, and I have several new systems over there in the back in the demo area that you can play with and interact with. Those are also production samples of the systems that will be coming to the market. Some of these systems are already shipping in North America and in Europe, and these will be coming to Australia in the second half, as Martin mentioned earlier. But what can we do with 3D, right? That's the question everybody asks. So our vision is to bring really truly lifelike, immersive, intuitive, natural user experiences to the PC. Something that wasn't feasible just a couple of years ago. We've been working and perfecting this technology for the last 3 years, and we are now ready to go to market with partners like Asus on that. So in terms of what you can do with this technology, we are focusing on 3 broad areas or user experience usages as such. One is about capture and share. The second is about gaming and play and entertainment and education. And the third one is about interacting naturally with the PCs, immersive collaboration, and I'll talk more about each of these. Let's talk about capture and share. What is capture and share? So the idea here is, as it shows in the picture there, being able to capture in 3D, in 3 dimension, objects, people, environment, surroundings, spaces, as you saw in the video as well. What can you do with that next? You have 3D scanned image or a file, which you can then import into additional software. You can manipulate the file, you can edit it, you can add more features to it, you can 3D print it. So an example would be, as it's shown in the picture here, you have a shoe that's being 3D scanned using this technology. Now you're able to order a custom fit shoe from an online retailer, for example, without having to go to a physical store. Another example of scanning would be facial scan, and I'll show you the demo of that as well. It's one way of ensuring security when you log into a device or a website or an online account using your full 3D facial scan. This technology can scan and track 78 different points on your face. So it's very difficult to spoof it because it's in 3D. It's virtually non-hackable unless the person is right in front of you. If you were to cut the head off and put it in front, that's the only way you can do it. The second example, gaming, which is obviously a very big market, not just for the children, but also for PC gamers out there. What you can do with that is you use your hands and fingers and your head and your expressions. Use these gestures to basically interact with objects and people and characters that are part of the game. So you can have a racing game where you are gesturing and using your hands to drive. You have a first-person shooting game You can use your hand gestures to shoot, etc. So those are the kind of usages we're after. The third one is about, as I said, naturally interacting with the PC. So think of it, you're in your home playing your favorite music off of your playlist, and it's streaming from your compute device like T300G, for example. You wanted to skip or pause or play the music again or skip forward or go back. You can just use your hand gestures to do that using this technology. Similarly, you can manipulate and scroll through your media library. You can scroll through your website pages. You can scroll through documents. You can flip through slides without having to have the clickers using the 3D sensing technology. So those are the very broad areas of usages. We are working with hundreds of ecosystem, IC ecosystem and app developer partners to bring applications that will come to market with these systems. I'm just going to give you a brief preview of some of these usages. I'm going to show you a demo for each of these three categories just to give you an idea. And then again, you're welcome to try out all of these in the systems that we have in the demo area as well. Right? So let's go with it. So as I said, this is the Asus N551 system. This is already shipping in Europe and part of North America. I've got three different apps that I'm going to show you here. I'm going to start with something called Intel RealSense out-of-box experience. So this is the application which comes preloaded with a Intel RealSense enabled device. And it's basically teaching the end user how to interact with a new technology like this. How do you position yourself in front of the camera? How do you use hand gestures? How do you use motion? Things like that. So while it's initializing, I'm in front of the camera, it's tracking me. It's got a 3D depth image of me. It doesn't look as pretty on the screen right now, but it's for the camera to see. And I'm going to basically bring my hands in front of the camera and show you how you can interact with the system. I'm doing this all hands-free right now. So now just using my hands, I can create ripples in the water, play with the water, interact with it. Again, no touch, it's all hand gestures and fingers. This is tracking 22 different points on both my hands and fingers. So it's very accurate in terms of position and what you do with it. I can interact with crystals like that. So this is sort of introducing the end user for the first time to what this can do. Just to give you an example real quick. Alright, let's look at another one. I'm going to play a simple game. Again, using my hands and gestures. And the objective of this game is to basically take little characters like hoplites from across the valleys and avoid the rocks and things like that. So again, I'm going to use my hand gestures to start. Again. I've got my hand here, it's tracking me. So what I can do is I can take the rocks, move them out of the way. I can carry this little hoplite, take it with me. I didn't do it fast enough. Let's try another level, a little bit easier. Alright, I'm going to give it a shot one more time. Move on to the next one. So again, just using my hands and taking it home. But I've got two more to go and I'm going to run out of time and not clear the level. So increasing difficulty level as you go past multiple levels. And I drop it. Alright, just to give you a quick idea of what kind of games are possible. And this is just a quick preview. The third one I'm going to show you is the facial scanning app. This is the one where usages are almost limitless. And this is where you'll see the software ecosystem, the ISP is innovating a lot. So this is an app called 3D Me from a company called 3D Systems. So it comes preloaded with a few characters, but when you buy the application, it has a lot more. Alright, so let's see. What do you guys like? Ghostbusters, Star Trek, Princess? Which one?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, alright, let's do that one. So it already has a few avatars that I created in there, so I'm not going to use those. But I'm going to start a new scan using this particular character. So you can obviously play with it. It's got my face in it. I'm going to do a new scan. I'm going to position myself in front of the camera. It just shows how you're supposed to do it, so I'm going to skip that part. So that's me, it's capturing. Now I'm going to scan my face. And it's done. It's got my 3D facial scan. Look at how quickly this did it. And this is where you can see the performance matters. I'm just going to save this file. And now I'm going to go look at the character that I chose and how I look at that in 3D. I can just do a little clip and play it out, how it looks like. And this is again for demo purposes, but the idea here is what you can do with this 3D persona that I created. I can import it into games. I can create my own social media profile using something like this with my favorite character like NBA basketball player or a cricket player or a famous character from a movie. Limitless possibilities there. And then you can also set it up as your souvenir. So for example, I can print it out in 3D because I have the complete 3D file with me. So these are just some examples of what you can do with this technology. All right. So thank you for your time. And as I said, we have the systems here that are production ready. You can play with them and try them out. And if you have any questions, do let me know. Thank you.